Hello and welcome back. It is now time for lesson 47. So, all right. God is the strength in which I trust. If you are trusting in your own strength, you have every reason to be apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. What can you predict or control? What is there in you that can be counted on? Ooh. What would give you the ability to be aware of all the facets of any problem and to resolve them in such a way that only good can come of it? Okay, so I get that because obviously I've been living for a certain number of years on my own in a sense, and it was exhausting. It was so hard to make decisions, to move forward, but when I take a moment and I slow myself down and I check in and seek for advice or just to know what would be the best use of my time next, I'll give you an example. On Monday, I had a little thought cross my mind that I should wash Sandy, the dog, that day because it was really hot out. But I was like, no, I'm just going to do laundry instead. Well, it has been cold and cloudy ever since, and I have not been able to give her a bath, which she needs because she has like this skin thing and she's supposed to take her bath. So I was a little annoyed with myself. I let it go, but I learned that when we check in and we take a moment, we'll receive answers. And sometimes the answer is simply that a thought comes to your mind. And oftentimes we dismiss thoughts that are coming from our higher self that are little suggestions to help things run more smoothly. So had I given her a bath on Monday, I had plenty of time to do laundry on Tuesday and it would have been fine. And now Sandy has gone without a bath. But she'll be fine in the end. It's not a big deal. But it's just a small example of how when we put our trust outside of ourselves and not outside, well, I guess technically it's not outside of yourself because it's within, but our trust within our higher self and within God, then things run so much better and you don't end up wasting time. Unless your goal at that moment is to just waste time, which then it's not wasted. You're just relaxing. Anyway, okay, so let's see. What is there in you that gives you the recognition of the right solution and the guarantee that it will be accomplished? Well, to answer that question, it's my higher self. When I'm connected with my higher self, I feel a confidence unlike any other I'd ever had. All right. Of yourself, you can do none of these things. To believe you can is to put your trust where trust is unwarranted, and to justify fear, anxiety, depression, anger, and sorrow. Who can put his faith in weakness and feel safe? Yet who could put his faith in strength and feel weak? So it's not saying that you are unable to do things, saying like you can't accomplish anything, and you can. It's just that when you work to create things, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's work, whether it's things around the house, fun stuff, whatever it is that you want to do and you want to do well, it comes so much easier and faster and just it's more enjoyable when you're connected and you have drawn upon the higher strength within you instead of just trying to force it yourself. Because sometimes I did this all the time, actually. I would want to do something and I would just force it to happen, and it was exhausting and it was frustrating. Whereas if I check in and the source is telling me, go ahead this way, not that way, and I go the way they suggest, it's always simpler, better, faster, more fun, whatever, just a better decision. Okay. God is your safety in every circumstance. His voice speaks for him in all situations and in every aspect of all situations, telling you exactly what to do to call upon his strength and his protection. There are no exceptions because God has no exceptions, and the voice which speaks for him thinks as he does. So, something cool that happened recently, two little manifesting moments that was really neat. I don't know if I shared these. So Saturday I was reminiscing on how I used to listen to like 50s, 60s music with my mom in the car, the oldies station. And then I was thinking, man, they don't really play 50s and early 60s music that much anymore. I wish I could have that. And then literally the next day, my landlady found a box of rock and roll compilations for 1957, 1958, 1959, 19, so on. And I was just like laughing because I thought, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted. And it didn't just fall out of the sky, it came through a friend. Same thing happened 2 days ago. I had just been thinking about how it'd be cool to have a meditation pillow and some things to do, like to add to my meditation in the morning. But I thought, I'll just use a couch cushion, it's fine. And then the next day, I get a package in the mail from my sister, and it has a meditation pillow in it and some other fun stuff. So I just thought, man, that is so cool. But also I realized how connected we all are. We put this thing out there, and what we manifest comes to us through other people and through other things happening around us. It's not like it just appears. It comes through some channel, and it just gives me goosebumps to realize, one, how connected we really are, and two, how God, the source, works for us through others. And so when we're connected really well with the source, we're able to also do that. We can be someone else's answer or help someone else manifest what they needed. So if we're in tune and we hear that little voice saying, give so-and-so this, send so-and-so this text, just do it right now, you'd be surprised. I had a friend who was going through a breakup, and I just thought, I'll text her. And she needed that text right then. She came over, we had a great evening, and it was like, oh, this is how this works. We are, for lack of a better word, angels for each other. And we are better when we are connected, and we are able to spread the love and the joy in a more precise way. Okay. Today we will try to reach past your own weakness to the source of real strength. 4 5-minute practice periods are necessary today, and longer and more frequent ones are urged. Close your eyes and begin as usual by repeating the idea for the day. Then spend a minute or two in searching for situations in your life which you have invested fear, dismissing each one by telling yourself, God is the strength in which I trust. Now try to slip past all concerns related to your own sense of inadequacy. It is obvious that any situation that causes you concern is associated with feelings of inadequacy, for otherwise you would believe that you could deal with the situation successfully. It is not by trusting yourself that you will gain confidence, but the strength of God in you is successful in all things. So you never have to feel alone. You always have a connection and a source that knows all and can help you with exactly what you need, exactly when you need it, if you just ask, if you just seek and stop and slow down and check in. That's all it takes. It's really that simple. The hard part is remembering to do it. We're so quick. We're just moving, boom, 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 go to the next thing, the next thing. Yesterday I did that. I made all these decisions to do something. I did this Sunday also. All these decisions to do something without ever checking in. And in hindsight, I was like, oh my gosh, I had no desire to actually do what I ended up doing. And it kind of blew up a little bit. And so, you just forgive, you learn, and you go, okay, I'm going to try better next time. So, let's see. The recognition of your own frailty is a necessary step in the correction of your errors, but it is hardly a sufficient one in giving you the confidence which you need, and to which you are entitled. You must also gain an awareness that confidence in your real strength is fully justified in every respect and in all circumstances. So the source isn't saying lose confidence, they're saying you will gain more confidence than you've ever had, and that confidence is not in your own ability by yourself, it's in that filled with all that is around you. And so when we connect and we ask for help, help comes to us. And sometimes it comes as a thought of something we personally can do right then, or sometimes it comes through another person or a company that you're like, oh my gosh, that company does exactly what I need help with. Great. So you have the strength of 7 billion people and all those in the spirit world to help you accomplish whatever it is that you need to accomplish each day and in your life at this time. In the latter phase of the practice periods, try to reach down into your mind to a place of real safety. You will recognize that you have reached it if you feel a deep sense of peace, or really it says a sense of deep peace. However briefly, let go of all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind and reach down and below them to the kingdom of heaven. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace. It's in you. You don't have to go to India, as cool as India probably is, and I hopefully will go one day. You don't have to travel to find perfect peace. It's right here. You just have to sit down, get quiet, and let go of everything that's in your brain. Okay. During the day, repeat the idea often. Use it as your answer to any disturbance. Remember that peace is your right because you are giving your trust to the strength of God. Yep, that's what it is. And it feels good. It feels really great finding that peace within, which it's there. And as I've said before, it might be under a pile of crap. You have to dig out all that stuff, sift through it, get rid of it so that then you can create what's new. The room I'm sitting in right now is my studio apartment. It is like less than 250 square feet. I love it. It used to be my landlady's husband who passed away. It was his photography studio slash cabinet business display room, but when he passed away, she just kind of didn't want to deal with his like boxes and boxes of photography things, all the film and the negatives back when they had actual film, and the room was just filled with stuff. And in order for me to live here, in order for her to create an income source for her and also have somebody living attached to her house that can be a person that helps her and a companion of sorts, of friendship, we had to clear it out. We had to get all those boxes out before we could put something new. You wouldn't just put the new stuff on top of all the boxes. That would be crazy. And I just walk around the boxes to get to my bed. No way. And like not clean out the dust. Are you kidding me? No, we had to clear all this stuff out. And then we were able to create my living space, which is comfortable and exactly what I need. So it's the same thing with us inside. We can't get to a peaceful, comfortable place until we have cleared out the stuff that is preventing us from enjoying a space within, that peaceful place. All right? So good luck finding your peace within, even if it's just for a very small moment. It counts. It's worth it. And I will see you tomorrow for lesson 48. Take care.